So this house behind me is the Middleton house. They owned 800 slaves at one point in time. Oh my god. It also shows how much they were purchased for. They said that 2 of the family members here actually signed the Declaration of Independence, as if that makes it okay. Well, good morning, story chasers. I've had a lovely evening and morning over here off of this beautiful river. I'm over here in the Charleston, South Carolina area, and I'm telling you, this place is fantastic. I just love it here. So today we're off on an adventure. We're doing another scenic byway. This one is called the Ashley River Road. It's only about 11 miles, but it's got a lot of stuff packed into that 11 miles. There's 3 plantations over there. One we're going to called Middleton Place. There's another one called Magnolia. It's a bit pricey, but we're gonna just kind of head over there and take a look at it. And then there's another one called Drayton House. And I'm not sure if we're actually gonna go to that one. We're still gonna check it out. These can get really pricey when you start looking at the cost for all of them. Like Magnolia is 50 bucks just entry, and there's a bunch of add-ons that are like $8 a piece. First, we're gonna go get some breakfast and some coffee at a local coffee shop over here that's said to be so amazing. Lily, you ready to get going? Huh? Do you want to go? I know you can't actually go on this one with me, baby, but you can be in the seat and ride. So this is at Charleston Coffee over here in Charleston, South Carolina. It's along the scenic highway and byway. It's just at the very beginning of it. Guys, that place is fantastic. They make a mean coffee. If you ever come to Charleston, you gotta come here. It's amazing, I'm telling you. I love it, love it, love it. So far, what I've seen of it. What you don't know is that I've been here for several days. So sometimes I just sit and hang out and work, and so I've been sitting here for several days working, and I haven't really explored a whole lot, but I've been to several places and it's pretty cool. Here we are, guys, Ashley River Road. It's the start of the scenic highway byway. Definitely have some more of these beautiful, beautiful trees that overhang the road. Are you guys getting tired of this yet? Can you ever get tired of something so beautiful like this? Oh, it's just exquisite. Oh my god, that guy's seriously going to turn in the middle of the road. I cannot believe you just did that. Gosh. That's why you have to really pay attention, guys. Always, always pay attention. People think that when you're in an RV that you're either going slower or they don't want to be behind you, so they speed around you. You just have to always be on alert. It's hard to believe that this is just outside of Charleston. A lot of Charleston itself looks like this. Wow.
You have arrived.
If you're a big old RV, you're gonna have a hard time getting through here. You could do it, but you'd have to line yourself up well. That was a very narrow entrance. Alright guys, so I found this amazing little area over here that keeps Lily nice and cool. It's so shaded. You can see. We have all of these trees everywhere. While it's not actually really hot outside, it's about 78 degrees, the humidity is a little bit high. There's a nice breeze outside. For Lily, I'll be opening the side windows. I feel safe out here to open those windows up. Turn the Fantastic fan on. I open up the skylight, and then I also have that small fan, the USB fan, that I actually put on her so that she stays nice and cool. Hi, how are you? Just one. We've got our admission, and we're starting with the house first. They're only letting a certain amount of people in due to COVID, so we got a 10:30 appointment. They said it takes, I forgot my watch. They said it takes about 10 minutes to walk over there. So this is where we're at now, and we're gonna turn here, turn left. House is right over here, and then we have all these other things to do. It's a self-guided tour, so we have a lot to accomplish here. Needless to say, I'm very excited. If you're wondering, the sticker, you have to have that for admission so they know that you've already paid. At least it's orange. It's my favorite color. So this house behind me is the Middleton house. Mary and Henry Middleton actually lived here. They owned 800 slaves at one point in time. They had a manservant. His name is Caesar. This is Henry Middleton's manservant. And when Henry Middleton died in 1784, he released only one slave, and that was his manservant, Caesar. I tried to film in there for you guys, but they wouldn't allow us to film. Apparently the family didn't want filming in there, so we had to respect their wishes for that. It's very interesting to see the history of this place and how ornate everything is compared to the simplicity that we have today. We're definitely more minimalist. Like, why were they so much more ornate then versus now when we're more simplistic? It's interesting to me. This place behind me was one of the old carriage houses, but now it's a fully fledged restaurant. I'm gonna go in and get something to drink because I am so thirsty. So I went inside to get a drink. So I got a Diet Pepsi and I asked for water, and look at this bottle they gave me. It's metal. It's purified water, pH balance, electrolytes for taste, refillable, 20 ounces. Like, how amazing is that? That is so cool. I love that they did this. Look at this old bell. So in this area we have the stable houses that were actually rebuilt after the Civil War. If you're seeing a theme from my travels down here, it's that during the Civil War, the Union armies, they just burned everything to the ground. One, because they didn't like the people here and what they were doing, and two, it was war, so they made life miserable for them. The bad side is, it burned down a lot of cool architecture, but I get the reason why. So this is part of the carriage houses here. 1900 jump seat buggy. That's incredible. This was actually hooked up to a horse with those poles. Same thing with each of these. It's encased and lined with upholstery, and it even has a cigar holder in there. I guess they really like their cigars to have a built-in cigar case. A type of light wagonette. This yellow wicker cart was used by children and their caregivers. Kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Got the bright red on it too. This is what they use to go up and down the rivers, these old wooden boats. It's pretty big actually. You can see it goes all the way from the end here. Keep going to down there. You can see the benches. Oh my gosh, look at the holes in the bottom where it split. I guess that was their anchor down there with the rope. Another blacksmith shop.
They're the ones who specialize in horseshoeing and making horseshoes for the horses and all. So in that time period, in order to be a farrier, you had to be a blacksmith first because you needed to know how to work the metal in order to make the horseshoes and the nails and hammer shoes in there.
Well, hi, baby. How are you? Oh, wow. You are beautiful. Hi. Are you camera shy? You're so pretty. Can I pet you? Do you mind? Want to smell? You want to smell me? Hi. Do you mind? Aw, yeah. Right there. So we have the horse stables out here. Horses are huge, man. I love that he let me pet him. Or her, I don't know which one it is. What do we got here? Well, hi. You gonna come see me? You gonna come see me? Hi, sweetheart. We got babies. Hi, baby. Oh, we got the chickens and the roosters. These are the slave quarters here on Middleton Place. You can see it's very small and rustic. And then this ladder that goes up into the attic. Look at their bed. This was their bedroom that we saw with this small little bed. Now, if you saw the bed that was actually in the Middleton house, where I couldn't film, they had huge, big, palatial beds, beautiful, comfortable, and then the slaves didn't have very much out here. Even like the ceilings and the wood, it's not even barely finished or insulated. I imagine in the wintertime it got very, very cold here. Here was their fireplace. Oh my god. This is atrocious. This wall behind me shows all of the slaves that were owned by the Middleton family from 1738 to 1865. It has the names and the years. It's just disgusting. It also shows how much they were purchased for. $500, $400, $250. This wall back here actually showed the history of the slaves and where they came from. As some of you might have already known, that a lot of the slaves that came to America were actually captured while they were in Africa by their own people there and then sold into slavery to Americans. It's pretty sad, guys. Yeah. Someone asked me, somebody asked me in my live stream the other day if I was affected by being on any of these plantations, being, where slaves used to be. And this is my first time really being in a place where you have the slave houses and you can see their history here, where they worked, how they were brought here, and oh yeah, it's just sad to see over 800 slaves. Can you imagine? The person here that works here was asking her about it originally, and she said, well, that was just the thing of the time back then. I don't know. It feels like a cop-out to me. It just feels like a cop-out. I just can't even imagine it. Especially how they treat people, They said that 2 of the family members here actually signed the Declaration of Independence, as if that makes it okay. What about we the people being free? I just don't even get it. I've never understood slavery. I've never understood a lot of things that even happen in our world right now. Like cyberbullying. Which, by the way, I know cyberbullying is not the same necessarily as being enslaved. I completely get that. That's not my point. It's just that I don't understand why people can act the way that they do. I literally don't understand it. I'm not that way. I'm not mean-spirited. I don't attack people, and people do it all the time here. It's crazy. So when I think about slaves, and I get emotional thinking about what they went through, because, boy, they had no choice whatsoever. And if they tried to leave, they would be shot, or killed, or hung. Yeah, makes me sick to my stomach. You can see some of them here. Morrow Brewer, Annette Mays. After the Civil War, a lot of these people, even though they were freed, a lot of them still worked for the families because that's all they knew. The Freedmen's Contract. Hi there, baby. Aren't you a pretty thing? You chomping away? He's a pretty girl. This property is incredibly large. It's very much sectioned off into farm animals, doing gardening, fruits and vegetables, carriage houses where the horse and stables were at, the blacksmithing. It's so beautiful. Look at those eyes. You have beautiful eyes. Can I see your eyes? Are you just resting? Wait. It's locked. I can't go that way. We're heading down towards the gardens and I'm trying to find the slave cemetery. It said it was right here. Yeah, it should be right here. I don't see it. So guys, I know we were supposed to finish up the rest of the scenic byway today, but there was so much here, I didn't realize just how incredible it was. And the place is just rich with history. So we're gonna have to finish up the rest of the tour tomorrow. So stay tuned, this will be continued tomorrow. You guys have a great evening and I will see you in tomorrow's video.